Hey ladies and gents, welcome back to Miss Raga's Art Room. Okay, time for our upside down drawing challenge. Here's what you're going to need to assemble our sketch packet today. You're going to need, your picture to draw from. You're going to need a glue stick, a pair of scissors, pencil, and 2 pieces of tape. Let's first start by assembling our sketch packet. So take your 2 sheets of sketch paper, put them end to end the long way. That makes sense. Take 2 little pieces of tape. Doesn't matter what kind, masking tape, Scotch tape. We're just going to create a little hinge. Okay. Now I want you to fold the paper together so the tape is on the outside. Do you see that? So that tape's on the outside. Now this is our sketch packet to work with. And in essence, we've got this inside where our drawing and picture is going to go, and our outside. On the outside, make sure to write your name. Okay. Now on the inside, what we're going to do is we're going to cut our picture out. We're going to glue it upside down on the opposite page, and then we'll have our drawing space on this base to work from. So go ahead and grab your scissors, cut along the bold outline, like so. Okay, terrific. Now we have our picture. Before you glue it down, what I'd like you to do is on our drawing page, I want you to just trace the exterior edge, the frame edge of that picture. So kind of have a guide, a space where we can do our drawing work. It's going to actually make our drawing work a little bit easier to have kind of a frame that it's got to fit in. Whoops. It's okay if the picture wrinkles a little bit. There we go. So there's my frame, all set to go. And now what I'm going to do is, on the top page, or my inside top cover, I'm going to glue this picture down upside down. So I've got my reference to draw from and my drawing space. So grab your glue stick, do a good coating of glue along the outside edge, like so. A little X in the middle. Da-da-da. Excellent. Okay, and glue our picture on down. Terrific. Excellent. Okay, so time for our upside down drawing challenge. Let's get started. Okay, ladies and gents, to start our upside down drawing, the first thing I'm going to do is create an envelope. I'm going to figure out within our larger frame where our figure approximately fits. And I think your pencil actually works as a great measuring tool for you to figure out about where our figure kind of fits inside this larger frame. Now remember, the whole point of this drawing exercise is for some good brain workout, right? We're tricking our brain into not thinking of this figure as a figure, but as really focusing on drawing truly what we see, right? Just as the line works. So no shading, nothing like that. We're just gonna do some really good observational drawing. So first, let's figure out kind of about where the corner of that chair and leg are, about how tall is it from bottom of the frame. I can see it's about right there. So I'm just going to start making some marks for myself real lightly. Make sure I'm centered in the frame there. Okay, and just kind of figuring out how far in from the edge I am on any different given line. So when you see my hand kind of disappear off the picture frame, that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of figuring out where my edges are. Okay. And then from here to edge of shoulder, Right, I'm just capturing angles and marking in kind of like the, sometimes this technique is called enveloping. Marking in just using kind of diagonals, the outer edge of where this figure lies. Right within my bigger frame. So when my finger goes off the page here, you can see what I'm doing is just actually lining up and measuring distance and angles on the face. For where everything is laid out. My poor pencil point, I gotta resharpen this pencil here. If you've got a mechanical pencil or something you usually use for science or math, that works great for this exercise because we're working exclusively with the contour outline. Okay. Right, and I just kind of use like both my fingers and my pencil to basically sight and measure the shape of our figure's head and where he fits within this frame. Actually, I think that goes a little bit more vertical that way. Don't be afraid to use your eraser. Okay. What's really fun about this, I want you to resist the urge to flip the paper around and look at it right side up until it's totally finished. And hopefully you can kind of start to see it come together here, right? Or at least the gist of what we're doing. Which as you can see, we're creating just this overall opening where our figure is going to fit approximately within the frame. Right, I'm not worried about any actual lines or shape yet. I'm just trying to figure out roughly this is where he fits. Okay, and then kind of like across the bottom here. It's like an even line. All right, so this is approximately the shape that my line work is going to fill now. Okay, right, so I've done that just kind of measuring off of the outside edges of my figure using my pencil. So now I'm gonna start the contour line drawing work. Well, hey there, ladies and gents, welcome back. Okay, so we have letterboxed or enveloped our upside down drawing, right? We've set up our paper, there's my image. We're ready to actually start the drawing work. Now again, I'm still working from my photo, it's just off the screen for my recording, okay? And what we're focused on is not worrying about whether it looks like an eye or an actual, you know, where it looks exactly like an ear. No, 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 no. What we're worried about is we're just trying to accurately draw and almost in essence trick our brain into not worrying about whether or not what we're seeing is a face or not, right? This is forcing ourselves to truly draw what we see and not what we think is there. So no worry about shading or anything at this point, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing just contour. And the purpose of this is not to have a perfect drawing at the end of it, okay? But to actually just get the good exercise. I always say it's like if you play a sport, it's like weightlifting. It's a way that we can improve our drawing skills by doing some good exercise. Don't be afraid to erase if you think you've made a mistake. Remember, you can go back and take measurements from the photo directly itself using your pencil, right? Good sighting technique. But be a good sport and don't flip that picture right side up until the very end. That's half of the fun, is really seeing how your image came out. And what I hear a lot of times from students is like they surprise themselves. They have that moment where they're like, I thought this was coming out terrible and it actually looks awesome. I actually did a great job with, you know, the face or the hands, or even if in the end they end up saying, oh, actually I thought I did really bad at the eye, but the eye looks really good. I actually got that pretty accurately. One of the most fun things is just how surprised you'll be at how accurate your drawing work ends up. Okay, and I'm just working line to line on the contour. I'm using that envelope that we set up as a guide. Trying to figure out the relationship between the parts on the face. And I really do want you to, ladies and gentlemen, to go for absolutely every last detail that's there. I want you to really try to capture as much as you can, detail-wise. Let's actually see how big that eyeglass lens is. Oh, it's a little bit taller than I thought it was. Something closer to that. Okay. And move down to my mouth here. Draw in what I see as that mouth shape. Again, I'm doing exactly what you're doing too, right? I'm not drawing right side up. I'm not flipping back and forth. I'm just drawing what I can see. I actually think the chin kind of tilts back a little bit more this way. All right, so that's what I can see so far of the face. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna continue drawing. I am drawing this whole thing upside down, just like I did with everyone in class. But because, you know, time is of the essence, I'm gonna pause here and then we'll pick back up when I'm finishing up and for the big reveal. All right, so see you in a few, ladies and gents. Okay, ladies and gents, picking back up here. You can see I've done some good drawing work, and boy, you can tell I've been avoiding the hands. I've drawn pretty much everything but the hands. I've left it till last. So let's get into it, right? I left my scariest thing to do for the video, so you can see sometimes you just gotta face it head on, right? Oh my goodness, I'll even do this little buttonhole before I finish the hand. So I guess I'll start with the coat cuff here, right? Even I, your art teacher, have bits that I am most nervous about, so I am avoiding them. Now, I have been drawing this upside down. Boy, will you be able to see that when, when I flip it right side up. But, you know, like I said, it's it's really about just giving it a go and trying some of that good drawing practice. Let's see how long that bit of the hand is. Yeah, so that goes to right about there. Goes just about to this way. And then this thumb kind of comes in and up and around. This is a very famous sketch that was done by Pablo Picasso that we're homaging today. So I hope Pablo would be proud of us as we try to do a little upside down drawing exercise work here. Okay, and get that thumbnail in. Ooh. See if I can squeeze that in. My proportions are a bit off. We're gonna make it happen. Right, and one thing I think that's great about this drawing exercise is you don't give up. It is okay for it to come out wacky. And I think drawing it upside down kind of gives us that permission to just try something and not have it have to come out perfect. Do you know what I mean? Right? Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that like, oh, this drawing has to come out looking exactly like the person it is. And you know what? No, sometimes a drawing like musical instrument practice is just that, is good exercise for us. So stick with it, even if it's not coming out perfect or you think, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the worst thing I've ever drawn. I want you to just keep plugging away. Do not give up. I can see this hand's gonna be like real wacky. Right? I should just get it out of the way. I should just like do the hands first thing and then build everything else around it. It's every time I do this drawing exercise, it's the thing I leave till last because I just don't want to do the hands. They're super complex. They're difficult. Okay, there's part of that shirt sleeve. Oh my goodness. All right, not gonna give up, gonna persevere, gonna squeeze that hand in. I know I can make it. Can make it happen. Okay, and that's part of that shirt there. Okay, let's see. So there's this finger that's kind of curling around this way. Ooh, and I've got these finger lines in this knuckle. All right, and then can I squeeze it in? There's another finger here. Oh my goodness, I think I may have just squeezed it in ever so slightly. Okay, at this point I've got all my detail in, I've got everything drawn. Now it's time for the big reveal. If you see any remainder of your letterbox or your envelope that you've got in there, go ahead and erase it so we see just the beautiful line work. And again, remember, don't worry about it being perfect. Let's flip it right side up. Hey, not too bad, not too bad as I look at my my upside down drawing, right? The hands got a little wacky. The hands got a little wacky, but you know what, so did the nose. But I've actually got pretty good proportion. I'm most proud of where I've matched through the legs there. The chair came out better than I thought. So see, you know what, ladies and gents, after doing this probably, oh my gosh, more than 30 times, I still learn something new every single time I do it. Okay, so don't give up, stick with it, really do the exercise and try drawing it upside down and see what wacky stuff you get at the end. Okay, nice job, ladies and gents. This was a tough drawing along, but you did well. All right, take care, and I will see you again in the art room. Bye-bye.